Morning Church. It's Pastor Mike. Um, our devotion this morning comes from a verse that you probably know well. You've probably heard it many times in your own devotional life, your own Christian life, whatever it may be. It's one that we use whenever we meet together for prayer, whenever we have any kind of meetings, big or small. We remind ourselves of this verse from Matthew 18, and it's Jesus telling his disciples, "For where two or three are gathered in my name, I am there among them." It's a wonderful, comforting thought from Jesus, but it's all the more amazing when we think about the context of that teaching. Because Jesus isn't just saying it as a one off sentence to his disciples on the way from one town to another, he is saying it exactly within the same conversation, talking about conflict in the church, disagreements, specifically if one member of the church sins against you, how should you respond? It changes the meaning a bit when we think that those two or three that are gathered might not all be agreeing about the same things. They might be upset with each other, they might be angry at one another, and yet when they gather in the name of Jesus Christ, he says, "I am there too." We live in a world that has commoditized, or whatever that word would be. It has made everything a commodity. It has made everything disposable, and we tend to look at the same relationships we have with that disposable mindset. If somebody makes us angry, write them off, kick them out, block them, unfriend them, whatever it might be, stop returning their texts and their calls, and cut them out of your life. But is that what God calls us to do? Is that gathering together in the name of Christ, even with someone who sinned against us, which is what Jesus says? I think God calls us to more than just writing other people off. God calls us to seek reconciliation. That's what Matthew 18 is about. To go to the person who sinned against you. Let them know what's going on, and if we listen to each other, we regain our friendship. We've regained our brother or sister. But if they don't listen, we take somebody else. We take someone else who can say, as an objective third party, "I see this happening in your relationship. I see this happening in your walk with Christ." If somebody is still not listening, again, we take church leadership. We bring this to the church. We let other people know and say, "Hey, this is going on, and it matters, not just because you've wronged me and I want justice, but because you are hurting yourself and I love you. I want reconciliation." Jesus calls us to the hard work of being present with one another. Jesus calls us beyond just the simple greetings and smiles from a Sunday morning to hashing out our differences, talking through our disagreements and our arguments, and not just picking up shop and moving down the road. So, who is God calling you to be present with today? To meet with in the name of Christ, with the expectation that God will be there with you as you talk about your differences. I know that's daunting. I know it's terrifying to think about, but God has called each one of us to it. And when something's on our heart, the greatest gift that we can give ourselves and another person is to go talk to them about it. Even if it's just a phone call to say, "Hey, I've been thinking about this and I feel uncomfortable and I need to share my soul with you." It brings us closer together when we do that in the name of Christ. So, God bless you today. You are loved and forgiven by God, and take that same love and mercy and share it with somebody else in your life. Be willing to do the hard work because Christ did that hard work for us. Wherever you go today, know that God goes with you and gives you strength for the road ahead. Have a fantastic day.